a silent auction. She's got her eye on a beige chair. Everything in my apartment is now beige. Beige is bullshit.
I thought you wanted beige.
Yeah, well, it doesn't quite fit. Have you got a smoke? It was interesting.
You should really keep that interested in that information.
This was a super iconic scene where Mr. Big comes to the furniture exhibition. They meet by accident there. He's with his wife now, with Natasha, and he tells Carrie that he wants out. Do you know anyone who's interested? Like, okay, your ex is drunk and he talks nonsense. This is a thing that every woman probably had to deal at some point during her life, and you just push it away. It's just a side note. But in her soul, Carrie had a deep satisfaction. Suddenly, she had the upper hand. She was in a good relationship with a man that was a designer, even though Big called him Daniel Boone and he was making fun of him because in his mind, Aiden was beneath him and he needed a way to bring him down. And here is a very interesting parallel between Big and Carrie, because both of them bring the person that the other one is with down. Big always makes fun of Aiden for being a designer, for working with his hands, for not being like a super magnate, what Big was or whatever. And Carrie calls Natasha, who was a very beautiful, very successful woman, a stick figure. Like they both need to bring the other person down, even though the other person has no fault in this here. It's their fault. They are attracted to each other. They are like two magnets that are attracted to each other, but they shouldn't. They are like the moth and the flame. And I'm sorry to tell you, Mr. Big is the flame in this case, not Carrie. Carrie is the stupid moth, and she's not the only moth that goes towards the flame that is Mr. Big. So you have a drunk Mr. Big, a Mr. Big that doesn't have control over himself, that's not the poised, put together man like we always know him, and he suddenly tells her, I want out. Do you know someone that's interested? Again, he doesn't tell her, Carrie, I'm going to get a divorce and I still have feelings for you, because that would have meant that he is honest, that he opens his heart to her. No, he has to do it like that. And yes, how I call this episode, the roads are full with that indecisive roadkills, because Carrie starts here to become the indecisive roadkill. She cannot decide, does she want her safe, good relationship with Aiden, who is a good guy, who is successful because he was financially more successful than she was, who loves her, who wants to have a real relationship with her, who wants to build a life with her, or does she want this super successful hot F-boy that she likes? But she cannot decide, and here is where the trouble starts. Here is where the affair starts. And wait, I want to show you something. At the end of the affair, they end the affair when the wife finds out. Well, it wasn't meant to be like that. The moment they had a real chance to make a real relationship work, both of them run away. Both of them pull back. I am very sorry to say I'm not judging anyone, but that shit is fake. This is fake soul searching. Carrie just felt the need to be morally superior and act as if she doesn't realize that she is the other woman and that she is cheating. From my point of view, marriage is just a paper, and both people in a marriage make their own decisions. So I'm not the one who is going to condemn the mistress, because at some point in life you never know what's going to happen. So I'm not one that puts herself on a high moral pedestal and say, oh my god, this could never happen to me. But then to act as if you don't know what's happening, and as if you are, I'm so shocked, how the hell did I end up being your mistress? Well, you ended being his mistress by sleeping with him. I don't know, were you not present? It's not as if he put drops in your drink and forced you to anything. You ran away half naked from your apartment to meet him. You lost your boyfriend's dog to meet this man. Because yes, that would have been the easy out. Your boyfriend is with you in your apartment. Your ex is calling, threatening to come up. You just say, hey, my ex is drunk. He wants to come up and he's going to make a scene. That easy. If he makes a scene, we call the police. That easy. I don't understand if you are on such a moral high ground, but she just wanted to appear this morally perfect person and she wanted to have this struggle. There are many people that are very in love with just being unhappy, just having issues, just being very sad. And Carrie was one of them because she kept boning bigger parts instead of just acknowledging to herself, okay, I have an affair with my ex. I consider that I'm in my right because this girl that he married came after me. But again, you have to be clear in your mind. Be like, okay, I want this man. I don't care. I'm working on destroying his marriage because I want to be with him. But no, again, she's half in, half out, indecisive roadkill, because this is what Carrie was all the time. She was a freaking indecisive roadkill. She did this with Aiden when she was not all in with him in the relationship. She did this to Big when she was not all in the relationship. She is doing this later to Big when she is already married and she is in Abu Dhabi and sees Aiden, and she starts being an indecisive roadkill again because she cannot stick to something. As soon as something starts to get serious for Carrie, she panics and she cannot stick to it and she runs away because this is what she's doing. And I'm not going to go into the details.
It's bigger than me, like Niagara Falls or something, you know? That makes you the other woman. You're the other woman. I am not the other woman. I'm not. I mean, I know I am, but I am not that woman. Please, Charlotte. I feel bad enough already. Good. You should feel bad. Do you ever think about how
Charlotte was the only one who tried to hold her accountable from a point of view of a monogamous relationship. If you say that you want a monogamous relationship, if you say that your end goal is to get married, then you cannot run around pulling this type of shit. Then you have to respect other people's marriage too. If you don't care, like me, then you can do whatever the hell you like, because you only have to answer to your own morals and to your own values. And if you consider that a married man has to be faithful to his wife because he loves her, not because of the marriage certificate, then yes, I totally agree with her. Is his choice. He can decide not to cheat on his wife. He can decide to be faithful. He doesn't have to go with other women. But here we talk about Carrie, and Carrie is the indecisive roadkill, because she even says, well, I'm the other woman, but I'm not the other woman. That doesn't make sense, girl. You are the other woman. Yes, you are. And you are old enough to know that you are the other woman. He has not lied to you. You knew that he is married, not in a relationship. He is married. So you're officially the side chick, the mistress, whatever you want to call it. And if you're cool with it, good for you. I don't care. But if you have a problem with it, if you want to put yourself on a moral high ground, you lose, because you're not on a moral high ground. Out of a monogamous point of view, you effed up. And he kept threatening her, telling her, well, I'm going to call her. Well, if you wanted to break up with your wife, you would have broken up with your wife. But you are a coward. You don't want to break up with your wife, because if you wanted, you would. So this is my opinion. They are both indecisive roadkills who are going to die on the side of the street because they cannot pick a direction. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Pick direction. Just decide for a direction and be good with it.